Okay, this is lesson 7 on page 50 of your workbook. And today we're going to explore what scale drawings are. So they give us some drawings up at the top. We see a school bus, a quarter, and a map. These are scale drawings of the actual objects. But these 3 drawings down here are not scale drawings of those objects. So we need to talk a little bit about what scale drawings are. Scale drawings need to be undistorted. So if you look at the quarter, everything isn't exactly right. If we look at the school bus, things are not exactly right. Notice how these lines all curve on this map, but they're straight on this map. So each detail in a scale drawing needs to be enlarged or made smaller according to that scale, whatever the scale is. They should be exact replicas, just larger or smaller. So let's go on to the next activity. Sizing up a basketball court. Okay, it says I'm going to give you a drawing of a court, and the scale is 1 centimeter represents 2 meters. So right up here, this is what's important that you're going to need to know. 1 centimeter represents 2 meters. So I'm going to give you the measurements of the court on the drawing. I measured them for you. It was 14 centimeters for the length of the court, 7.5 centimeters for the width, 12.4 centimeters from hoop to hoop, and the 3-point to the sideline was 0.5, or 1/2. Okay, so then on the actual court, this is my scale drawing, this is but if each centimeter represents 2 meters, what would I do to figure out how big the actual court is? Well, 1 centimeter would be 2, 2 centimeters would be 4. What are we doing? We're multiplying by 2. 2 is that scale factor. So it would be 28 meters on the actual court. 7.5 times 2 would be 15 meters. Hoop to hoop would be 24.8 meters, and 1/2 times 2 would be 1 whole meter from the 3-point line to the sideline. So then, write how you did that. Since 1 centimeter is the same as 2 meters, I multiplied each measurement by 2. Make sure you're filling out your workbook with me as we go. So on an actual basketball court, the bench area is typically 9 meters long. So we're not going to measure, but determine how long the bench area should be on the scale drawing. So now we're going from large to small. So what do we do when we go back the other way? Remember, you use the reciprocal. So if we multiplied by 2 up here, we're going to multiply by 1/2. So you take 9 times 1/2, which is the same as dividing by 2, and you would get 4.5 centimeters. Because now we're talking about the scale drawing. It was in centimeters. The actual is in meters, but the scale was in centimeters. Okay, and then all I need you to do is to go to your notes for today, for lesson 7. And it says, I can use actual distances and a scale factor to find scale distances. I can use a scale drawing and its scale to find actual distances. and I know what a scale drawing is and explain what it means. So a scale drawing, some examples of that would be like floor plans, blueprints for a house, or maps. And the scale tells us how actual measurements are represented on the drawing. For example, it might be 1 inch to 5 miles. So in the drawing, 1 inch represents 5 miles in real life on the map. Okay? If that was the case, then we could say that a 1/2 inch would represent 2.5 miles. What would 2 inches represent? Hopefully you know that would be 10 miles. All right, that is lesson 7 for you.